for me, the truth is that I want to try to be positive and be, motivate people. But the truth is, I've been feeling like the quarantine has been getting to me.
Never could have made it without you.
What's up, Hustler family? It's your girl SageTheHustla here, and I do have a special guest with me. But before I go ahead and introduce him, we got to get to the song of the day.
This is the song. I don't know the name of the song, but
He said he's playing gospel today, okay?
Always.
Y'all hear that?
and that's pretty much it. Just promises Maverick City.
Okay. Go ahead and introduce yourself for everybody else.
My name is Carlos. We know each other through your cousin Nasha, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it.
All right. AKA cousin / god sister. Age?
27.
Is there anything that you would like to promote?
I do have Instagram is deactivated right now. It's just too distracting. We're in quarantine. I don't want to waste time on things like that.
I feel that. I took a 6-month break straight.
Yeah.
No social media, nothing. It helped.
Yeah, it did. I did it for like almost 3 years, and it was like the best thing I've ever done. I just don't like social media.
I don't blame you. Carlos, what truth do you have to speak to us about today?
So like truth is relative, right? It's just truth is what truth is to you or the individual themselves. But for me, I want to try to be positive and be, motivate people. But the truth is, I haven't been motivated during this quarantine. I've been feeling like the quarantine has been getting to me.
I can relate.
Yeah, like mentally, physically, just it's been bearing on me, and it's basically what a lot of people would want, right? Like you want to be away from work, you want to be at home, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the circumstance of how it is. It's just really been bearing on my soul. And my truth is like that song, it was like, I'ma bless you in the middle of the storm. My truth is that I haven't been blessing God. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been doing what I believe is my part to seek God. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I've been angry, disappointed.
That's real.
And
I can relate.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm distant from God at this moment and this point in my time, but I'm so glad that He reveals that to me and He lets me know. And it's not like I'm in the darkness at all the time. It's like I'm aware of my current state and my mental situation.
What are 3 mistakes that you've made and 3 lessons that you learned from the mistakes?
3 mistakes that I've made in regards to the truth.
With the quarantine and just not, I guess, giving God your all.
Yeah, like wasting my time trying to buy things to satisfy myself. Yeah, it's just like I'll be on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace all day long. Like luckily I bought stuff and sold it and made money. It's not like I'm spending money, but it just goes to show me, even though I'm not rich or I got money like that, materialistic things can't satisfy like that desire that you have for God. The temporal or the temporary can't sit in the seat of the eternal, right? Like it's the things that we see, everything that we see is like the Bible says, everything's gonna pass away, right? And I'm a deep thinker, so I'm like, yo, I want a new TV, let me go buy a new TV, right? But you go buy the TV and then now there's something better, right?
Exactly.
There's always that next thing. So that's the mistake that I had, is like, instead of, I was searching for the temporary instead of seeking the eternal. So the lesson that I learned is just like, you gotta be satisfied in everything that you have currently, because nothing else is gonna satisfy you. It doesn't matter what it is.
That is so true. What advice would you give an individual who feels that way? Because I'm sure a lot of people feel that way during this quarantine, because it's a struggle. I love my family, but it's just like, wow, spending so much time in the house with everyone, and it's like the same thing every day, and you just try to be productive or do something. It's been like a lot going on. So what advice would you give somebody who's going through what you're going through?
I would say, cause you, like you said, you're in the house, so what are you gonna do naturally? Like you're just gonna bump heads with people, right? It doesn't matter who you with. You gotta learn how to respect boundaries, and then also learn how to take time to yourself. Not being too isolated, but you have to get outside. I would say that's the most important thing. Is like really soaking in that sun, because like when you're in darkness too long, like it starts to affect you mentally, emotionally. But if you could just get in front of the sun, it's just something about
that
the
vitamin,
sun.
I think it's
Vitamin
C?
D. Vitamin D, yeah.
D, yeah, vitamin D from the sun.
Yeah, so only 15 minutes a day and then you're charged, you know what I mean? Like a battery is really like that. So if you isolated, if your mind is not in the right mental state, just get into the sun, like it's really important.
What have you been doing to stay busy during this time?
Just like I said, I was buying stuff, selling stuff, you know, watching videos or trying to play. I don't even play video games like that. I started playing video games and it's just like, it's just so boring, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
You could say like, oh, I want to read books and do all this other stuff, but it's just like, man, you're so bored, that's not even...
It depends. I mean, I've been reading. It depends on the person. If you like to read, especially if you have been trying to like catch up on books. I'm part of a book club. Every month we're supposed to be reading a book, but it depends on what you read. I read a lot of business books. Like the next book I'm about to read is about negotiation. Before that, I read about grit. Before that, I read about Start With Why. So it's just like, it depends on, what type of books you read and stuff like that. I'm a book reader. Thank you for sharing. Any final words, any last words of advice that you would like to give the Hustla family or whoever's watching?
Yeah, like God is number one.
Amen.
If you feel empty, new clothes, new material things, they're not gonna satisfy you. Social media is not gonna satisfy you. Your family is not gonna satisfy you. You can only satisfy yourself through God and being satisfied with your current state and what you have right now. Nothing that you don't currently have is gonna satisfy you other than God.
Amen. All right, y'all, that's all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It is, I don't know what episode this is gonna be, but hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Speak Your Truth. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I post. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit your girl up on all social media. Stay clean, stay blessed, and have a beautiful day.